Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Erica, and welcome back to the Simply Make podcast. I am coming to you from the upstate of South Carolina, and as soon as I started this, the puppies decided to start playing, so I'm very sorry for all of that. Hopefully it's not too distracting, but this is the only time I really have to record, so I can't really wait for them to figure their life out. I'm not missing a ball, by the way. It is red and green. It just looks like I am with this lighting. We are coming to you from my dining room today. I was on the couch last week. This week we're in here because the office is a mess right now. We are currently going through our entire home, decluttering for Christmas, and the office is an absolute disaster. So hopefully next week we will be in the office with better lighting, no puppies, no chaos. Anyways, today we're going to talk about some knitting. I have two crochet projects, that's a lot, and a new design. If you didn't know, I do have a couple of designs, and I actually have a very important question for you guys about an older design. Actually, two older designs. I have two current sock patterns out, and they're color work. I designed them to be only in the size medium, so a 64 stitch. I am wanting to go back, and I'm working on readjusting the pattern, the chart, and all that good stuff to fit multiple sizes. However, since I have designed that pattern, I have learned that I hate short row heels. Don't like them. They don't fit me. I don't like knitting them. They're not my forte. But these socks have short row heels because they're color work. They're not entire color work, so replacing the heel will be very easy. But I designed these so you can repeat the motifs as many times as you want, where you want in the sock, because there's no heel flap and gusset. But I don't want to do that. So that is what has been stopping me for the past 6 months. 6 months on figuring out this pattern for bigger sizes because I don't want to do the short row heel. So my question to you guys is, would you rather me suck it up, put my big girl underwear on, fix the pattern with a short row heel? Or could I rewrite it with a heel flap and gusset, and hopefully the people who have already purchased the pattern be okay with that? However, I will show you the first pattern I ever designed. It is my Heart of the Sea socks. These get worn quite frequently. As you can tell, there's some dog hair on it. There's a wave motif and a bubble motif, and these beautiful turtles that reminded me of Te Fiti's heart from Moana. So that's why they are called the Heart of the Sea. And as you can see, short row heel. I want to do a heel flap and gusset. I just want to know, more so I want the reassurance from you guys that if I rewrite the pattern with a heel flap and gusset, it's going to be okay. I'm struggling with that. I really want to get these patterns out in multiple sizes because I want to be more size inclusive in my patterns. Speaking of patterns and size inclusivity, let's talk about what I'm wearing. Let me stand up here for you. This is the Oogie Boogie sweater by Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, or Bad Wolf Girl Studios, whichever one she goes by on Ravelry. I cannot remember. She goes by everything. She is a wonderful person, and I was lucky enough to test knit this when she brought it out a couple of years ago. And as we talked last week, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton, when I saw this, and I saw that I got selected to be a tester, I was so excited, over the moon. You can see one of my little ornaments here, and I got another one here. My mom actually put these on my birthday cake last year for my 30th birthday. That was amazing. And then I am wearing the Musselburgh hat by Zelda Teague and some stitching with yarn. It was a mystery colorway, so no colorway with that. So you're talking about design, the socks. Let's just go ahead and talk about the new design that I'm working on. And then we will talk about other whips, because you remember last week I said that I wanted to finish that sweater that is literally on the body ribbing. I didn't finish it. I have one finish, but it's not the sweater. It's not. Anyways, design. I am using, you know what? I have the tags. Hold on. Okay, so I have the tags. They are both from Yarnable. This is another color work pattern, and it is a cowl. The contrast color is the November color, the 50 gram skein Twilight Pines. And then the main color is from July and Saltwater Taffy. And these are not the colors that I wanted to work it up in, but I am working with Kimber from Kimber's Cozy Creations to make this pattern my absolute dream, and I am so excited for it. Anyways, I'm not going to spoil what it actually is going to be. We're going to have a fun guessing game. But this is what we got going so far. Oh, I love it so much. I'm so excited for it. It is so good. Oh, I cannot wait for this. And the puppy's not playing again. I'm so sorry. If you watched last week, you know life is chaos. Chaos is life. All right. So, designs out of the way. Let's talk about my one finished object. It is in this bag by Bags by Awesome Granny. Sidetrack. This bag is also from Bags by Awesome Granny, and this is what the design is in. Alright. Now, you remember last week I had this one finished, right? Okay. And this is the Dreamy Twisted Rib Headband by a name that I cannot pronounce. It will be listed in the description below. And I finished the second one. So now my mom's Christmas presents are completely marked off. I am done. I am excited. I am so ready for Christmas to be over. Not gonna lie. Not really in the holiday spirit this year. I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna put it over there. Okay. Anyways, we're not going down that rabbit hole. So that is my one and only finished object. We're going to go into my other crochet project that I am very bad at podcasting and forgot to write down the name of this one when I started it. It is in a very beautiful box because I just stuck the yarn in here and all the good things. So, I am using Knit Picks Bravo Worsted in black, Peapod, I believe. Where's the name on this? Grass. It's grass. And Dove Heather, right? Yes, Dove Heather. So, with these colors, you can probably guess what I'm hoping for and achieving. This is for my sister for Christmas, and she is a Slytherin. She is a huge Harry Potter fan, so I am making her one of the shawls, scarf things. This is where I'm at so far. Not a whole lot to see. Can't really see much with the black. The heat just kicked on, so I'm sorry you can hear that. But it's one of the wraps that just go around your neck, and then it's going to have a big pocket here and some fringe on the bottom. I should have brought my phone over here because I could have just then showed you the pattern, but again, bad podcaster. We'll get there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say of this. Following the pattern exactly so far, using a L 8mm hook This was just a pack off Amazon. I typically use Prim for my crochet hooks, but something about this acrylic does not like the Prim hooks. So I went online, ordered the metal tip ones, and so much better. So much better. We'll continue to use that for this project. Okay, we have 3 more knitting projects, and then I'm going to show you some diamond painting today. I had planned to do a whole other video on diamond paintings, but, sorry, sitting cross-legged. But I decided not to this week because right now leading up to the holidays is just really busy and I don't have time to film that separate video. But in the future, probably diamond painting, cross stitch, anything else like that will be in a separate episode, but probably not until after the new year. Hope that's okay. If not, sorry. All right, let's start with this one. This is in a bag by Stella B Handmade. Here is our tag. Stella B Handmade. I will have her and Bags by Awesome Granny linked down below, as well as all the patterns, creators, all the good things in the show notes. With the show notes will not happen right away. They will be on the video before Friday, though. So either today, tomorrow, or Friday morning, they will be completed and down in the description. Not subscription. All right. So these are more Yarnable colors. We talked about this last week. The main color is If You Got It, Haunt It. And then the yellow is Oh My Gourd. They're from Yarnable. And I'm making my brother-in-law some fingerless knits. We'll talk about the pattern in just a second. But as you can tell, I'm trying one on because I finished one. I still have to do the thumb, but I will do both the thumbs at the same time. So, as we discussed last week, this is a mashup of 2 patterns. This is the Alex and Henry sock mixed with the Sweetheart Fingerless Mitts by the Crazy Sock Lady, and this is Alex and Henry socks by Sock Witchery. There was a whole better way for me to say that, but it didn't work out that way. But this is a beautiful, beautiful knit pearl texture from the Alex and Henry socks, and I absolutely love it. And then I just use the Sweetheart mitts for knowing where to place the thumb and the gusset. Everything else is just plain stockinette, all the good stuff. So there's that, and I started the second one. And I am knitting these on ChiaoGoo 9-inch circulars on a US 1 2.25. So I just got a little bit of the ribbing done here. Nothing too fancy, but we are trucking along. And I am ready to be done with those. And it's not that I'm ready to be done with them, I'm just ready to be done with Christmas presents because I have no motivation to work on them because I just want to work on things I want to work on. I am very much so looking forward to be a selfish knitter come the new year. Alright, so the last 2 presents, the last 2 things are presents. One is for my brother and one is for his girlfriend. Guess we'll do my brother's first. This is from, the yarn is Soft and Sleek DK, which is not a DK weight yarn. From Hobby Lobby, and the color Irish Rain. Right there. I found the tag. That's good. For me, the DK is definitely a fingering weight. I get fingering weight gauge for it no matter what I do. So I am making the classic rib hat by Pearl Soho. I am holding it double to get the actual DK weight. When you guys saw it last week, I was down here where this Progress Keeper is from Bronze Shepherd Studio. This is just kind of yesterday's knitting. So this Progress Keeper means nothing to you guys, but this is also from Bronze Shepherd Studio. There's a little cup of hot cocoa and whipped cream and a little sugar cookie. I love it. But we're trucking along on this using a ChiaoGoo 16-inch circular on a US 3.25 millimeter needle. So yeah, we're basically done with the brim because it folds up on itself like this, and now I just have the hat to go. But it is so squishy, and I don't love using acrylic yarns for projects, except my family, as much as I love them, they're not going to be gentle with their knits. So acrylic is a must because I know they're going to put them in the washer and the dryer. The things are going to get mixed in with their laundry. They're not going to separate them. My brother is hard wearing on his hats in general, so acrylic is definitely going to be a must. So we're just going with that. Now in this bag, the bag I made, can't buy. We're going to talk about these in a minute though. This is in my shawl bags. And this is also Soft and Sleek DK. This is in the color black. And I am making and I said this wrong last week. This is a book shop shawl. Not a book club shawl. Book shop shawl by Casey Knits. And I am knitting these on my Likey. I think it is a 32-inch US 6.4 millimeter. Where you guys saw it last week was where this little cauldron is, again from Bronze Shepherd Studio. And then this is just another little Progress Keeper from Bronze Shepherd Studio. It's a little piece of cake with a little tiny pumpkin on it. Still can't see it. Still black yarn. This is my fourth one of these that I have made. And I absolutely love this pattern. You can kind of see that there is a stitch texture here and then just garter on the sides. It is so hard to see. You know what? Next week I will make sure that I have one of my other ones so I can show you how it actually looks. You can see it very clearly in person, but just on the camera it's not happening. So that is that. I think that is all the knitting. Yes. I don't think there's anything else there. I'm just looking around the table where all my bags are. Yeah, I think we went through them all. So, let's talk diamond painting. Diamond painting is a relatively new hobby of mine, and I have fallen very quickly off the cliff. Just jumped right off. And it's a hobby. We all know how that goes. When you get into something, it just spirals, keeps spiraling. So I brought 3 over here to show. 2 are works in progress. 1 is finished. It is my most recent finish. I finished it, I think, a week ago-ish. But I wanted to show you guys because I absolutely love it. This was a kit that I ordered off of Amazon. Look how sparkly he is. Oh, I love him so much. However, this will be the last kit that I ordered that way. I will still buy some off of Amazon, but I will be making sure that they are licensed artwork. Because me not knowing, I should have known, but this is not licensed. And I didn't pay attention to that. What that means is with licensed artwork is when you buy it, it credits the artist. They either get a commission or their name's just on it for promotion. It just helps artists. It's hard to explain. It's probably really easy to explain, but my brain doesn't know how to explain it. But from now on, every kit that I buy, I will make sure is licensed in some way. So, although he is very cute, I will not be buying another one from this shop because their artwork is not licensed. It is so sad because I love this. But I definitely still had a lot of fun with that. Alright, we will start with my next one. This is a kit that I got from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is licensed, but it does not say on the box or the thing who the designer is. So that's kind of annoying. But it's where I was, and it's where I had diamond painting it. So this is what it looks like. This is the box. This is actually my first square canvas. And let's just say it's definitely harder than round drills. But this is what we're looking at. I still have the plastic on the bottom because I have not finished the bottom piece. And I have a little needle minder on here that I get from Amazon. I do make some as well, but this one is from Amazon. My little Cthulhu. And the reason he is on there, this might be a little loud, I'm sorry, but I want to show you, is when I'm diamond painting ones that don't have perforated squares, I will fold up the plastic and stick him on there. So you can see the plastic is folded up. And we stick him on there and he holds the plastic up and out of the way and securely out of the way while I am working this row down here. So he does that. I'm going to take this back off and fix this because I have animals and hair gets all over everything. I can't tell you how many lint rollers I go through when I'm shipping things out. Because I don't want you guys to have to worry about dog hair. Alright, this next one's a doozy and I'm going to have to stand up to show you. But I'm going to talk about it first. This one is my very first canvas from Diamond Art Club. It is 20 by 31 inches. And the designer is Teresa McManus. Bad with names, I'm so sorry. I love him so much. I love him so much. And he is called the Forest Spirit. And if you don't know, I have a little ghosty boy down here. And more recently, I have a little ghosty boy up here. I love Ghost. Sorry about the chair. Sorry about the glare from my window. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. Once I get done with this row right here that I'm on, I think I just have this one more section here. I am going to flip it and work on this top part so I can save the middle where the ghost is for last. Oh, I love him so much. So I'm going to have a ghosty, and I think we're going to hang him when I am done with him above my fireplace. And I am so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we're 24 minutes in. That is all the knitting. That is all the diamond painting. That is all the crocheting. That is all the projects. So I'm sorry if you can hear my big dogs outside. They decided to play right outside the window. It is what it is. All right. So we're going to go back and talk about my bags. I'm not going to say too much because I don't think she's announced all the details yet. But in 2026, my bags are going to be featured in a quarterly yarn subscription. And I'm very excited about that. When more details are released on their side, I will release what I can with my stuff. And with that being said, a big goal that I have for 2026 is to reopen my shop. I want to make the bags. I want to make the DPN cozies. I want to make the needle minders, the stitch stoppers, the stitch markers, because I have several of those too that I used to sell. But I want to get back to it because I absolutely loved it. I just probably won't have as much craft time because I'll be doing that instead in those moments that I have the steel. But we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm hoping that I can really work out a good schedule with it. I definitely want to be more self-disciplined in my actions because that is a big reason why the shop kind of closed this past year, was because I just got lazy. If I'm being honest, I didn't want to really, it wasn't the sewing part, it was the listing part. I did not enjoy listing everything. So I got to the point where I was like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And then later just never came. I want to be more self-disciplined with that because it is something that I enjoy. I loved getting your reviews and your feedbacks and seeing people using my bags. And every time I heard the cha-ching that you made a sale, like it just made my heart so happy that I can make you guys happy. So I want to do that more. I want to do that so much more. So I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to design more. I have so many in my brain going and turning, and with this cowl, like it sparked so much excitement for me. With the sock pattern, like I'm really excited to sit down and rework on the chart, and because the chart is going to be a little bit different, so that way I can make it for the smaller size and the next size, because I'm hoping to do like the 3 size sock range, like normal sock range, the 56 to 72, as well as the 64. I'm so sorry, I just bumped the table. So I'm really excited about that, and I want to do more, because although knitting is a hobby, I want to enjoy it more. I want to be able to do more with it. And I'm really excited for that. I'm really hoping that this new year will bring new opportunities, maybe some collaborations, some knit-alongs. I know that I've talked to Kimber of Kimber's Cozy Creations about doing a shawl knit-along. We were talking about doing it this year, but unfortunately I had a lot of stuff in my personal life that really just kind of halted a lot of things. But things are better now. Things are getting back on track, all the good things. But yeah, hopefully in the new year there's going to be more. You're going to see more of my face. That was very cringy. I'm so sorry. I just got distracted by the dog. She's running back and forth. I'm so sorry. Anyways, squirrel-brained, redirected. 2026, I'm hoping, is going to be the year that I can really express myself even more with my knitting. Join more into the community, because I definitely have not been doing that. Although I've participated in knit-alongs this past year, meaning that I just knit, but never posted anything anywhere, never joined into the community tabs, never talked to anybody while doing it. I want to do that more this year. I want to make more knitting friends, more crafty friends, because I don't have that around in my everyday life. The only person I have to talk to is Kimber, and she lives 16, 17 hours away. And my husband, who literally tunes me out every time I start talking about it. I mean, he's excited that I'm excited, but there's only so much you can talk to a non-knitter, a non-crafter about it before they lose interest. So I want to be more involved in the community, and I'm hoping that my community can grow and just being a part of something better. And like I said, just finding the joy and the craft and the people who surround it. So yeah, that is my goals. I think I'm hoping, fingers crossed, everything goes good while the kids are at school on Friday, that I will be able to record a video of a couple of patterns that I'm really excited for the new year, that I really want to make, that I'm going to be selfishly casting on all the things in January and February, because I'm so tired of the Christmas presents. Like I said, unfortunately, with some things that happened this year, Christmas has just been very not on my radar this year, which kind of sucks because of the kids. We're still definitely very trying to get them in the Christmas spirit, making sure that their joy stays alive and doing everything that we can for them. But for Justin and I, it's daunting. And just, I have put off these Christmas presents for so long, and now that I'm having to really put on my focus and my time that I had to sit down and knit on these presents. You've seen a couple of them, but I still have two that I have to cast on. And one of them's not a small project. I know my family will understand because that's who these are. They're just for my immediate family. And I know they'll understand if the presents aren't done on Christmas because they know what's been going on and all the good stuff. But I don't know. I want them done. I want to be able, because I'm not enjoying it. I'm enjoying the patterns. I'm enjoying the yarn. But I think it's just because of the mindset I'm in. And knowing that they're for a Christmas present and knowing how I'm feeling about Christmas right now, I feel like it's just kind of sucking that little bit of enjoyment out of it for me. But I do know that it's all well worth it. Seeing the looks on their faces is going to be all worth it. And I know that my sister's really excited for her shawl. She asked for it last year, but I had already made her something else that she had already asked for. So she got that instead last year. But so she's really excited about this shawl. She knows she's getting a shawl. She just doesn't know which one and what colors. I know my brother is going to be very happy to have his hat. I made him one a couple of years ago that he wore to death. And I mean to death. There's no wearing it anymore. There's holes everywhere. I know that my brother-in-law is going to love his mitts. I know that they're going to love these presents. I know that my mom's going to love her headbands. And I lied. I just thought about it. I have 3 more presents that I have to cast on. I have to cast on my dad's, my husband's best friend, who is basically a stepbrother to me, a brother-in-law, because they grew up together. We have known him. I have known him my entire relationship with my husband. He's family. We'll just say that. And then I have to cast on my little sisters. And she's the one who is another scarf. And it's not going to be quick. And today is, the 9th? It's Wednesday. I didn't say that. It's Wednesday, December 9th, I think. Something like that. But yeah, I feel like I just rambled on for about 10 minutes on the fact that I don't want to be knitting Christmas presents anymore. But yeah, I guess I will leave you with that. Like I said, 2026, I have so much happiness planned, and I'm really, really hoping that it works out, because I really want to be friends with you all. And yeah, so with that being said, leave a comment down below. Talk to me. Let's engage. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram will also be linked down below. All the patterns that I talked about today will also be listed down in the description. I think that's about it. So I'm going to go get some lunch, probably get changed back into some pajamas, and wait for the kids to get home from school. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! It didn't stop it. Bye!